Okay, so we're back. It's the first match of the top 8, and we have Tzorbatzidis Bill playing Azorius Control against Karidas Starvos playing Jan Warriors. So, of course, Starvos is going to go first, right? You don't want to play, the control player to go first on you.
No, no, not at all. But
I see you're still standing the list,
yes,
so
I'm seeing too many planeswalkers in the list. This Elvis Mystic, he can change them, or the accelerators to Mystic to carry out it. Then
okay,
start playing,
so the game plan for Stavros is play all the planeswalkers you can. Is the
not all of them. You have to play every single planeswalker is a threat by itself.
okay
Control deck.
Okay, so does he play? Does Bill play any detention spheres?
Yes, plays 4.
So he doesn't play Verdict.
No,
no,
not very.
Planar cleansing, yeah. Okay, so no planar cleansing for Tzorbatzidis. So actually, the junk workers have the advantage there, right? If you just play detention spheres, they can Golgari charm the detention sphere away post-war games.
I think he has main, and he has a Abrupt Decay. I think the junk workers are better.
So the junk workers
in this matchup against the blue white with the detention spheres.
Okay, so let's see as the players. Stavros has an Elvis Mystic Face, which is tapped with a temple, and maybe.
No, he attacked.
He attacked, yeah, okay. As you can see, we have. As you can see, we have a device on the field in order to update the life total manually there, so we can see. An Azorius Charm was cycled, so basically with control decks you need to hit all your land drops, right?
Well, if Bill has a land in his hand, back again. Well, the thing is that in turn 2, if the Elvis Mystic attacks and you have another charm, maybe it's better to put the Mystic on the top because it's like a time warp.
Okay, so you take an extra turn by denying your opponent extra mana.
You make him draw a bad card.
Okay, okay, we see Mutavault and the Elvis Mystic, and Stavros here is using them to get damage through, and we're gonna see. No, we're not gonna see.
He has another charm again, and he won't. He won't play it. Why? He played the Elvis Mystic. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing.
Okay, let's see. So
I can't see his hand though. Maybe he has a plan.
Okay, so we have another land drop from Bill who's gonna pass back to Stavros. Stavros is gonna take a draw, and right now Bill doesn't know what Stavros is playing, so he might be expecting something like Stormbreath Dragon to come out right now. I'm not really sure if he has though. No Stormbreath Dragon. Yeah, because it's on Warriors list. Yeah.
I think he
plays another land, a Land of War Wastes, and he's still not putting any workers into the board.
I can't see his hands. None of them. Has a Supreme. Sure. Okay. And Jace. And okay.
Yeah, so Akari is gonna be played by Stavros. He's gonna pass the turn back to Bill, who is gonna take a draw and consider his options. Right now, if you're the control player, you are happy with what's going on. You're not taking a ton of damage. So he's gonna draw 2 with Divination. He's gonna play another land and pass.
Mana for dissolve, so he believes he's protected. But I don't know. Has any main deck cards, but he has 2, 6, 4, 8 mana, possibly 9.
So he can
play 2 planeswalkers.
Yeah, so he can bait the first counter spell.
It's a bait. You play the planeswalker and play another planeswalker. There's no bait here. You just play the planeswalkers.
Yeah. If you want one of them to resolve, like if you have a Xenagos, Xenagos, I believe, is more important, right? Yeah. Oh, for example,
he can't counter that.
Yeah.
That's a bad bait. He would never.
Why counter Vraska? Yeah.
An empty board name. No, he will attack again.
So he plays a Vraska, knows he won't be countered because, as you said before, there's no reason to counter it.
And since he is playing,
what he's gonna do?
Blocking Elvis Mystic
with Mutavault.
Yeah, okay. He has no mana up, so.
So why not do it? If you are Stavros, did you think that your opponent was gonna block like that?
Yes, because he was
and you're
out.
Yeah, and you were okay with that, like.
No.
So you shouldn't send the Mystic in.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So right now we have 2 more damage. The Tensor Sphere is gonna.
Even do that.
No, because if you play another Planeswalker.
I think Vraska is irrelevant against the control.
Yeah, but if you have Vraska up and you play another Planeswalker, he's gonna Desphere your other Walker, and Vraska can take care of that.
Counter.
Yeah, he has mana up.
Is irrelevant because you don't have any creatures to attack
or
any permanent to destroy.
Does he have counter spells up?
I think Syncopate, and I think the Promise there.
Okay, so that wasn't the. Yeah, he didn't need to counter that, yeah. Okay, let's see how the players are gonna proceed with the game. Okay, let's see.
Also,
so another Mutavault comes in again.
Mutavault attacks again. 6. Yes, Azure Charms.
Azure Charms. Oh no, Last Breaths, the Mutavault. So
it takes.
He goes up to 24 life.
24, he's at 6.
Yeah, see, he's still at 6 from previous turn, I guess, yeah. Okay, let's see now.
I can't really understand what Karidas has in his hand.
If you were playing Karidas right now and you were the control player, what would you put him on? Like, what would you expect him to have playing like that?
I think that he's afraid of the counterspell, but that's why he played the worst card in his deck against the control matchup too.
So he played Vraska and he was like, okay, counter that.
And then if you have a counter, we'll see what will play you next. But I think
he took a Detention Sphere, so actually it is not that bad. I mean, you didn't take Dissolve out of your opponent's hand, but you took a. That gets syncopated, of course.
Planeswalker and another Mystic. The control is low.
Let's see right now. He's missing land drops, I think.
Yes, he'll play the Architect. Sorry.
Architect of Thought. He's gonna tick him down and search 3 cards.
Wow. I will split the land with the 2 counters. But the land by itself with counters.
Yeah, because he's lone lands.
Yes.
Okay. But
that's definitely bad.
He's thinking about it and.
Does it?
Yeah, because the counter.
He can play the land for his turn.
Okay, so.
That's
so and so.
Yes, but.
Okay, let's see. He's gonna do it like that, yeah. Okay, so he's
really bad split.
Yeah, because he gave him mana and
enter answer. He gave him the mana he needed and the answer. So if he has the control is low in mana, you can play your Walker again, and you can expect him to counter them. But if he's low on lands, he can't counter anything.
Yeah, so your plan basically at this point is deny him all the mana that you can and actually play 2 threats. Yeah, no reason to do anything to that.
Maybe he has already stick in his hand. Maybe Stavros has already.
Yeah, that's actually a possibility. So let's see.
He's at 5 now.
He's at 5 now from Elvis Mystic, and I don't know, if you're the control opponent, I wouldn't worry too much at this point. I mean,
no, not at all.
Because your opponent.
Since you have found your land and you count, you're okay, I guess.
Okay, so you tap 4 mana.
Thought, I guess.
See if this is another Jace.
Oh, let go. If he has a revelation in his hand, it's okay.
He has another revelation in his hand.
He has 2.
Okay, that's certainly a game over. I mean, of course, this is the top 8. There's no time, so Stavros is gonna play the match out, but I don't think it will matter after so many revelations.
No, actually it would matter because if you don't have doesn't have another detention tree, then and he manages to play the planeswalkers.
Okay, yeah.
He
So maybe your hopes are that okay, you resolve two revelations. Okay, that's decay there, get Vraska back, but
I think that was a bad play because if he plays another planeswalker and Bill tries to detention it, and
you want a detention sphere that
yeah, he'll play the decay to kill the first
planeswalker, yeah,
the first detention tree, and Vraska will enter the battlefield and then kill the other detention tree. Vraska.
Okay, yeah. So you can get actually two detention spheres if you just save the decay. Yes. Yeah, and decay is the only spell that cannot get countered.
Yeah, so as we said, relation for 5, it goes back to 9, I guess.
9 as the beautiful device there by Apple Industries tell us. Okay, so he's back at 9, and but the thing is, his hand is full, and he's gonna have his land drops most likely.
There's another detention tree, as I said before.
Okay, so if he had waited and played,
another bad detention tree.
So he should ignore Vraska.
For the time being.
For the time being, until he finds.
Vraska can't do anything. If he tries to, I don't know, ulti Vraska, I think the control player will be really happy because he has a quicken and verdict. So if he tries to attack, you quicken verdict and he's okay. He's dead.
Yeah, only thing that can go wrong there is a Golgari Charm giving all the team, regeneration, but still.
Still, you have the turn
to verdict again. Yeah.
Or to just counter it.
yeah, you can counter it, of course. Yeah, so you shouldn't really worry about Vraska, but the previous turn he had a Jace on the field that Vraska could actually destroy, so there is that.
Yes, but if he tried last turn if he waited for a turn actually to destroy with the decay, the detention tree, Vraska would destroy the
Jace, yeah.
So he would have made some value from Vraska.
Okay, so the timing in this matchup is really important. That what I get out of it is the timing in this matchup is really important, and Nissa is really important as well. Nissa is no Vraska, and that's why it gets countered. No, I think that this matchup should be bad for the control player, but I think he had a really slow start. The John Gorgeous list, yeah. Okay, we see Xenagos the Reveler definitely want to counter that. And right now he would have ways to have this decay because he's gonna get detention sphere. I don't know if he has another detention. Yeah, if he had saved the first one. It's a game that went. I don't know. It was a strange line from both players. Yeah, maybe I don't know the matchup that good. It's a possibility, Okay, yeah. So he's. But I think that card like Xenagos should never enter the battlefield when you have like all these cards in your hand. Okay. And there is a card that can kill you because Xenagos can kill the player. Okay, so Verdict takes care of 3 guys, but Xenagos is still on the field. And if you don't have anything to do, okay, so here's another detention sphere, and now Stavros really wishes he had saved that maybe abrupt decay. Maybe he has the counter abrupt in his hand. If he does, it will be blocked. Okay, Scry and. He has in hand. How many cards do you have? I don't know. We can actually see. So. Okay, let's wait for them to play it out. We can see Bill with many cards in his hand. So. That's all gas. Yeah. That's really bad for the John Watchers player. I think that the second revelation would Stavros concede. I think there's. Do you consider because you have no time actually? It doesn't matter. You can win. You cannot. Yeah, I know you can't win. It's like, do you try? Do you gain any edge by just tiring your opponent out? Or that doesn't even matter. We don't get tired doing this thing. Okay, we never get tired doing this. Okay. So control players, it's a thing I like resolving bigger relations while we watch. And okay, so what's the split there? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a revelation. You're gonna take whichever pile has the revelation, and unless you have a second revelation in your hand. So yeah, and that's it's good game. No. That's gonna be bad for Stavros because unless the decay brings in Vraska and Xenagos again, plays because there would be no more detention for the. With Sandra. He knows he has a. Yeah, dissolve that he just gave him. So Scry goes to the bottom, and he's gonna pass the turn back to Bill, who's gonna take a draw. And Right now he's gonna
He's
cast
searching
into.
for the Link, I guess.
Does he play an Elixir, Etherlink, or an Elspeth? Or he,
All three of them, I
all
guess.
three of them, yeah.
I used this list in the first qualifier back in Athens in
Okay. It
for
was,
Christmas.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's actually the same.
Okay, so he plays all three win conditions,
Yes.
and he's searching for one of them. There's another Jace, he's gonna tick down again.
Okay.
There's an Elixir of Immortality, there's an Etherlink,
That's good game.
and that's actually game. Sure, that. Okay, you take the pile with Etherlink and the detention,
Yes,
right?
you
Yeah.
can't kill the Etherlink.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible to kill the Etherlink.
How you cannot kill the Etherlink, right? I mean, you're at 7 life. Can you die somehow? I don't think so, because you have
Maybe
counter magic up.
only a well-timed Raptor's return would turn the game here, but I don't think that.
Yeah, but he has enough mana not to tap out.
Yes.
Like ever, he doesn't.
Has, I think he has counters in hand, and I don't actually think he has anything in his hand.
Okay. But it's like if your opponent has cards in hand, you do not need to, buff the Etherlink or up to 8. You just hit for 4, no worries.
No, you hit for 8.
You hit for 8, so you
can't die. So you hit for 8.
No, I mean if you are actually afraid of Rakdos' return, and if you have the option to not leave mana up or to leave mana up.
I think that you definitely leave mana up, but if you pump Etherlink, you still have mana up.
Yeah, yeah.
Etherlink,
in a case,
Etherlink in turn like 15, you have at least 10 lands or 12.
Okay. We see Dread War, that's irrelevant right there. And let's see now, pass. That's that's really bad. I mean,
yes,
that pretty much the game is over right now. He's gonna go ahead to shrink for the full 8 amount that Etherlink does.
I would definitely have considered in the.
All the control players tend to do that. They say, okay, concede now, and the opponent is like, no, I'm gonna play it out, especially if you haven't played against control. So right now he's gonna go down to 15, and I believe this is game over. Basically, you cannot draw anything, and that can get you back into the game.
He has like 7 cards in his hand, and
oh, it's I believe
20 mana up.
Yeah. So it's actually the place where control decks need to be the late game. So most likely he cannot win.
Most games that
he cannot lose. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
The only control matchups we saw in his we saw today had like Elspeth on Terra 6 against a black white deck, and that was it. So Etherlink gets in.
Maybe we should pay attention to the sideboard.
Okay. Let's pay attention to the sideboard games. Yeah, sideboard. So let's see. Basically, Bill is just going through the motions here. So okay.
And
okay, we will check with the sideboard. Of course, the match is pretty much done at this point. So he plays a Karidas, and that's miserable actually, because basically.
Well, the bad thing, decks like Giant Walkers and all the mid-range deck actually that play Karidas and Eldritch Mystics is that the late game they draw cards like this.
Okay, so
it's actually really bad.
Because they do not affect the board, they're early game cards. Okay, so right now the game is pretty much done. Let's see if Stavros will concede eventually.
No, I think he'll go to 0 and
then concede. He
will not concede.
Okay, he's not gonna concede. Yeah. Okay, let's see now. He's gonna take a draw, play something like his 20 something land, make Etherlink unblockable, get in the red zone, and okay, he's gonna fog the Etherlink for a turn, putrefy. Etherlink is gonna get blinked, and does he have a dissolve in hand?
I think he has.
Form 5 mana. 6 mana. It's an Elspeth Sand champion. And
I wouldn't play the Elspeth. I don't know. Maybe if he doesn't already know the Elspeth, maybe I would never show.
Yeah, show as little information as possible to the opponent. Yeah. That's also correct. So right now, makes the soldiers. He passes the turn, but that is basically it. Anything beyond the Etherling point is basically overkill. So okay, so let's see.
Beginning of the answer. Let's see now. What he has in hand.
He doesn't play Hero's Downfall, right? No.
Played Hero Downfall. I
He
think plays one in his list.
plays one Hero's Downfall, so no, he already played that.
Maybe he has another GK.
Oh, Golgari Charm
Charm.
gets back Xenagos the Reveler, but I don't think this actually matters. At this point, he's just showing more cards to his opponent, and I don't know why.
Uh, and he played the band because
He should have Vraska back, yeah,
yes,
and destroyed it.
And destroyed it. That's true.
Okay.
And his turn because Xenagos can't do anything.
Yeah, he will just make a token.
He must make a token.
He has all the mana he needs, but no creatures to do anything with it. Okay, let's see. He's gonna take a draw, and okay, so right now what he's gonna do?
Say it, I guess.
Yeah, that's an option always. Okay, so right now he has no outs basically, so he starts thinking about sideboard games.
Actually, you know what I'm thinking? He has decays and Golgari Charms in his main deck. He plays walkers. I think that he kept a really bad hand. Really bad hand.
Actually, he has like a good matchup then.
Yes.
Yeah, because of
definitely
all that kind of
matchup. Because when you play walkers against the Planar Cleansing deck, you have many dead cards in your hand.
Okay, yeah.
Like decays and charms and things like that. But and of course the putrefies and all the other stuff. But if you play against the detention sphere version,
and you have like abrupt decay for the
decays and
Golgari Charms,
and things like that, I think you're better positioned against it. But the control is always going to net that character's 10 I was telling you about.
And
does he have a counterspell?
No counterspells, come on. Tell me that's no counterspells. That's gonna be sick if he has no counterspells.
Really bad if he doesn't have
No, he has counterspells. I mean,
what's he thinking then?
I can see the blue in his hand. Come on.
What is he thinking? Revelation. He doesn't have any counters.
Doesn't have a counter. He doesn't have a counterspell. But I see blue cards in his hand. They're not mana. Come on.
He doesn't have a dissolve. That's why he didn't dissolve the putrefy to the Etherlink.
Okay.
Oh come on, man. Oh come on.
Okay, so he's gonna Sphinx's Revelate. The Sphinx is just gonna reveal many stuff. Let's see if he reveals a counterspell.
I think that he's not losing. 2, 4, 6, 7. No, he doesn't lose. He doesn't. He was not losing. It was a 10. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so it's basically game at this point, but
yes, but I can understand why he just.
Okay, why did you? Yeah, why did you dissolve that? Because you're not actually losing at this point, and that's gonna be it for this game. It was actually Control displaying that he can do some pretty stupid control stuff, and a John Warriors list with a bad mulligan possibly. So let's look at sideboard options for these two players.
Well,
okay, let's go with the control list first. What sideboard options does he have?
I think I would probably side in the 3 negates he has, and the distribution.
Okay.
And possibly because he plays too many discard spells and slaughter games, I would probably side in the Jace Ingenuity and the Jace Memoriative because you definitely need more winning conditions.
Okay, so guys, right now we're sorry for any technical difficulties you are experiencing. At this point, our internet connection is not really good, so that's why you see the stream being so laggy. We apologize, however, this is not our fault. This is the hotel the event is held for has a terrible internet connection and a more terrible internet company, so we're really sorry we cannot do anything about it. We will try to fix it for the top 4 match, so hopefully you can watch with a better image quality. Right now, let me remind you that this event is held by infantasy.gr and it is covered by Razor's Edge Gaming. If you would like to see the top 8 deck lists and the videos from from today's and yesterday's event, head to our website razorsedgegaming.gr. We have everything there for any card player. That includes card games like the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG and Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Of course, let me remind you, all this is going to be uploaded after the event is done. Or however, let's go back to sideboard for now. The Giant Watcher player of course wants all his discard spells, right?
He has 4 duress,
Two slaughter games,
and the Raptor's Demon will be like I think has 4, 6, 8, and maybe I would probably put the Scavenging Ghouls inside, because if he tries to cycle with the Elixir of Immortality, maybe he can just exile cards from the
okay, so instead you used all the mana you were not gonna use, and you exile card,
Yes.
and you take a win condition out of your opponent. Yeah. Okay, so that's also an option. What do you take out if you are the Giant Watchers list? Because that deck is chock full of stuff.
Vision Mortals.
Okay, yeah. You take out the Putrefy most likely.
Yeah, that's 5 cards. Keep the maybe I don't know, maybe Dreadbirds are out also, and you just keep the Hero Downfall inside.
Do you need? Oh, okay, so Dreadbore is
Because you
more
have,
mana efficient. Yeah.
Yes, because you have Vraska for his Planeswalkers and his Detention Spheres.
Okay, so you keep Vraska in, but you want to play it later.
Yes.
After your Warriors have been
should play it. And I think cards. Said 5, 7, 7. You just maybe Crucial or something. Crucial should be there.
So right now you take out all the removal suit, and you bring in all the discard spells and the spells that deal with.
Because you put inside charms for the Elspeth tokens.
Yeah.
And you still have removals for the Planeswalkers, and you put an extra decent sand spell, the Detention Spheres. The Slaughter game is really good here, because
okay, the players are getting ready to start. Okay, so we're back, and players draw their opening hands. If you are the control player, you basically mulligan any hand that has no lands, has few lands, let's say. How many? How few?
Depends on what you have. And if you keep your cycling spells in hand, you can keep it to land or something, because you also play the Skylands.
Okay, so if you see a hand that has like 2 lands, but there are temples.
If you have 2 temples and an Azure Charm, maybe you
keep the hand. Okay.
And it depends on the rest of your hand, of course, because you have like a divination or stuff like that. And sometimes you can even cycle the quicken.
Okay.
I see again no 2 drop, accelerator, no black mana from Stavros.
Okay, so Stavros is gonna animate Immutable
again.
And we saw him doing that the first game, and it kind of worked out. But up to a point, he needs to play those Planeswalkers the turns he has to. So he's gonna pass back to Bill, who
2 damage.
Oh, he shocked himself. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
because I think he probably has mana
for dissolve.
For dissolve, yes. I think he put the Ingenuity beside the.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because it's like the 5th revelation, short of revelation.
Yeah.
I mean, if they thoughts is they're gonna take away the revelation,
no, you can afford to play thoughts in this.
Oh yeah.
Many life in this,
yeah, okay, it has only durations there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if your opponent durations, he's gonna take the revelation out. But then if you do an ingenuity, you might actually kind of make it back into the game.
I don't think so. If you play duress, this deck you go either for the counter or detention sphere. You have the slaughter games for the revelations. Maybe you can afford to get a revelation from your opponent, but like it.
Okay, so you want to use slaughter games to hit revelations. Slaughter games are there just for the revelations.
Yeah, because the other threats
Okay, you can deal
are
with.
not that good
Yeah.
without a revelation.
So yeah, the other threats are good because you have so many cards and your opponent has so little cards, so you can basically be able to detention sphere anything. So right now we're gonna see Bill with a fistful of cards, and I think he's gonna Stavros is gonna play another Mutavault attack again. And basically, if you had an Azorius Charm, you would have used it already. Like you said, it's basically a time clock.
Yes, I would have used the same turn that he attacked.
Okay, so he has. Let's see right now. So Stavros doesn't have anything else, and this is
for one.
It's a revelation for one, and I mean, yeah, that's the he had the same problem and now if the John Watchers list had the Planeswalker down, and this would actually put a really huge pressure on Bill, but the John list doesn't seem to have any Planeswalker in hand, so
he has at least another in his hand.
So because he discarded the detention sphere, that means he has another one in his hand. So
yes,
Duress is gonna reveal. Let's see if he wants to. Do you dissolve that? No, most likely not.
No, because he has 4 mana up.
Okay.
So you take.
Have a divination, a detention sphere, a verdict, etherlink, double dissolve.
It depends on what he has in his
hand. And the Jace is ingenuity. So let's see.
Probably take the divination.
Okay, so he takes one dissolve out.
Maybe he has 2 threats or something like that.
Okay, so they're gonna write down their hand. He's gonna write down his opponent's hand. Okay, so
he should have taken the ingenuity on second thought because he may not have lands, but with the counters and the ingenuity in his hand, when he hits his 5th land,
he's gonna resolve the ingenuity no matter what.
Yeah, he's gonna keep dissolve mana up.
Okay,
you're gonna pass,
yeah.
so you're gonna draw cards with ingenuity. I don't know. I hope he plays something this turn.
Even if he plays something this turn,
he should have played.
Yeah,
I don't know what he has in his hand. I can't see his hand. I can see Bill's hand.
See Stavros' hand, yeah, okay. So there's a Sylvan Karidas, and Stavros' draws have been really slow, and he's not disrupting Bill in any sort of way. Now Bill is not gonna die anytime soon, yeah.
This is gonna be tough. He has a play for decay in his hand now. If he casts like Xenagos, you're gonna force to counter.
Yeah.
And decay or something that kill the.
Okay, let's see. The thing is, if he had Xenagos, he would have played it a long time ago. That's the problem.
6 mana.
Rakdos' return for 6.
That has counter.
Of course, gets counter. Maybe he has a second one in his hand. That's why he took the dissolve yet. This is a guild gate.
The 5th line, but and now he has to play the divination to fund.
So maybe the only way I can see Stavros. Okay, another.
I think he just saved his elixir.
Okay, so now I think Stavros has another return. Otherwise, taking the first dissolve doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's see if this is true, because you take the first dissolve, Rakdos' return, your opponent is forced to dissolve, then you play the second return.
He has 3 Rakdos return after Cyber, so it's okay
to play
the one and sacrifice one of your
returns. So that doesn't mean anything that he just played the return for free, yeah. Okay, let's see now. Most likely he must deploy a threat, otherwise the game is lost. We see. Yeah, it's another.
Oh, he drew a negate.
And he drew a negate because divination lets you do those things, and the game basically took a turning point because right now the control player.
No, I don't think so. He still has.
He can resolve the ingenuity then.
He can resolve the control player can resolve the ingenuity, but he can resolve the planeswalkers now.
Okay, yeah, so there's a course of prefix, but he must find them first. And that is not something that he will do, so
I'm gonna probably attack again. I would have bluffed the abrupt decay now, I guess.
okay, so
He had a supreme verdict in his hand, so there was no point in playing the
course of prefix, yeah. Okay.
he
So there's
have.
more made in the bluffing that you have an abrupt decay, hoping that your opponent's not going to play
Yes.
immunity unity and tap out.
He
Okay.
should have attacked with a mutable, but he shouldn't have played
Course of
the
prefix,
course
yeah.
of proof. It was now
Verdict is going to take care of course of prefix, and the game is going up to a point where Stavros doesn't have that panic. No, what? The card is not revealed. No, no.
not anymore.
No, so he drew the downfall, but he went.
I don't know. Can't see. It just yeah, he has another.
Okay, so he's still pretty safe. So
Yeah, it's safe.
okay, so now Stavros is gonna take his turn right now. Things are looking pretty great if you are playing control. So let's see. Stavros is gonna tap mana. He's gonna play another course of prefix.
Why middle?
Uh, Mutable should attack again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mutable should definitely attack again. So Corsair gets countered by Dissolve the Scry, goes to the bottom, and
So now that he left his decay mana up, he just tapped out.
okay, so
I don't know what.
so he shouldn't dissolve and he shouldn't play a Corsair if you don't have the decay.
Maybe they're just playing better than me. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I can understand.
Given,
I definitely can understand.
okay,
Well,
Divination draws 2 cards for build.
maybe because he has a thrilling in his hand. He tapped out for the
Elixir, so he has one win condition.
Yes,
he definitely
in his hand. But the thing is that this is not that.
It's not a threat. I mean, you have verdicts.
Again, Vraska can support.
Oh yeah, try to destroy Elixir and see what happens. I mean,
now he's gonna dissolve it again. Sure, he's gonna dissolve it again.
how many cards does he have in his hand? I can't really say. Stavros, how many cards Stavros has in his hand? Okay, let's see now what Bill will try to do. Taps 3 mana, and the thing is he.
I know what's gonna happen next.
Okay, so he dissolves.
We'll get to the point that it's gonna top deck another Actor's Return.
and there will be no dissolve mana, no dissolve up of any kind. No dissolve mana, no dissolve. So Scry goes to the bottom. It's a good turn to play your 6th drop.
There's the Earthlink. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yes, that's the Earthlink.
So Earthlink gets deployed to the field and he passes.
I think we're.
Yeah. I think
unless he has a Hero's Downfall in his hand though. I don't know.
I'm really sure Bill is never tapping out again if you have an Earthlink. The funny thing is for him to tap out and he's gonna have like a Hero's Downfall and Abrupt Decay.
If he has an Abrupt Decay, he would really do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't see how many cards he has in his hand.
Let's see right now any possible answers there. I don't think Etherlink can be killed by John Warriors. So, and as we saw before, they cannot definitely raise him. So let's see right now.
Well, they can raise him, but not
yeah,
in an empty board.
Yeah, they must have some like Synagos Nissa or other stuff down already if they want to raise him. So Duress, yeah, sure, why not? And it's a handful. It's a fistful of nothing, but you take the detention field there, right?
And the one you
have. I mean, you take verdict, but okay.
Let's see now. Synagos.
Okay, 4 mana. This is a negotiation. Yeah, that
play
sounds. But
token.
okay, so he's gonna get 2 damage to each turn, and Etherlink is gonna go in, get in for 8. So 2 mana,
Cycling.
cycle, and crack the. No,
No.
no.
He hasn't.
Okay, so.
Went back to 14.
Oh,
He cracked the Elixir of Immortality. I think he did it on his upkeep.
okay, so he's gonna take a draw from a new pile of cards. And right now, if you are Bill, you're kind of feeling happy with yourself. I mean, you have gone past the mid game, you are now in the late game, and you have an Etherlink while your opponent has a Xenakos, which you're about to detention sphere. So let's see right now, as Bill is gonna take a draw.
It's true. Maybe even detention field. Xenagos. Kill it. Etherlink.
Okay, Etherlink becomes a blockable. Yeah, kill it with Etherlink.
I think it's better.
Yeah, because the Etherlink is gonna come back untapped, so he's gonna be able to block the token. Yeah. Okay, so you have all the time in the world basically. No need for the race.
Yes, but you don't to win. And maybe if there is a threat, a creature threat or something, then Nisa make the creature and the creature or something.
He does have a detention sphere for Nisa, so
yes, I don't know. Another Corsair.
Oh, and the decay. So if he finds a Nisa, that's actually really good. If he finds a Nisa, the Etherlink is forced to raise.
He's forced to attack Nisa.
Yeah.
He can't raise. But his life totals are okay.
Yeah, but
14
Nisa,
is too much
14
when
is
you
too
play
much. Yeah, because
control
you're gonna
in
take
an empty board since you have Enterlink. So
okay, so
and he drew another super vertic, I guess.
So he plays taps Lanahor wastes.
I lost the part.
Okay, Dread War.
That's
Etherlink
correct, I guess.
2 damage. Was it worth it for
12,
just
12. Yes, it was worth it. But maybe should quit some.
So one of the games has already finished, as you heard by the clapping outside. But we still have this game. So Etherlink links verdict. Because why not? And Etherlink comes back and
He didn't attack.
he forgot to attack with Etherlink.
He forgot to attack with Etherlink. Really? Come on.
He forgot to attack with Etherlink.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, so let's see right now.
I don't believe it. I definitely don't believe it.
So there's Nisa.
He can't possibly done that.
Okay, Nisa is gonna make a Lana War Wastes into a guy, and he's gonna pass the turn 5 mana. And Ingenuity is gonna fill his hand.
I don't care. Why didn't he attack with the other blink? He didn't need to play the Ingenuity at the end of turn.
Okay.
Really?
He drew a card, and now Etherlink is gonna go
to Nisa
and take down Nisa and blink the Etherlink, get it back, pass the turn. And Stavros is gonna take a draw, and basically, let's see, Ingenuity has found him another revelation, so basically this game is already done. And those are fast control decks. I mean, it's typical speed, right? This is how a control deck wants to be. The time frame in which a control deck finishes.
Actually, at both of these games, there was no interaction.
Yeah.
Deck, so you can't win the control deck if you make him, I don't know, just play his cards.
Okay,
so just sit there and play land and attack for 2. Okay, I take 2. I attack for 2. Okay, I take 2. End of turn revelation for 15. Okay,
okay, yeah. And I just go like that. Okay, so
it's like end of turn, as a charm cycling, draw a card. My turn, divination, draw 2 cards. Okay. Play the elixir, draw again.
Okay, that's basically. Let's see now. We have slaughter games.
All-time slaughter game.
But you can revelation in response, right? No need to.
Of course.
Yeah, no need to wait. Of course, I'm not even asking what slot of games he's gonna name.
I don't know. Maybe I would name Super Verdict or something. The Revelation is irrelevant. He played it or not.
Or not. Okay, so let's see right now. He's gonna go back to 70 life, and basically that will do it for the most part. Okay, so
Oh, he drew another Revelation.
he drew another revelation, and okay. I mean, with a fistful of cards, I can handle doing that. Is this
Better distribution.
faded retribution? Of course, you cited in for the Gen Watchers match.
Against, I think I'm pretty okay with the side inside out.
Okay,
This
yeah,
point.
yeah. Okay, let's see now. If you check your opponent's hands, you know there's basically nothing you can do. I mean, Etherlink is gonna finish you off, so. Okay, yeah.
Let's see the other side inside out.
Okay,
As I
let's see.
said. Okay, negates and ingenuity and the memory added, as I said.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I found them all.
Okay, found one more revelation,
You
and
remove one revelation.
okay, but
You
the
have,
thing is,
I think you could, when you play against a deck that has lottery games,
yeah.
on game 2, you revelation some of the times. You
Okay,
play
so
with
you
three.
play three,
You
yeah.
play 3.
You have the ingenuity, so you are not short on cards, or yeah, I get it. Okay, but the thing is, yeah, you casted slaughter games, but your opponent has a fistful of cards, and their win condition is
You
already
have
on the field.
3
Yeah.
cards in your hand and nothing in your board. And it has Etherlink with 2 mana up and 60 mana up or something.
Okay, that's actually good. Okay, he was just checking the chat, so.
Yes, I think I saw General Sopalas there saying something.
Okay, so right now, this is basically a done game. I mean,
Yeah.
you have so many cards, you have Etherlink down, all those things that you can have. Etherlink gets into the red zone, it's gonna get buffed, and it's gonna be blinked.
I don't know. I don't know.
For,
Maybe you don't need to blink it or something.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, he has a 4/4 land there. And
Okay, so let's see right now. It's gonna take a draw on Skyland, and this is basically. I believe it's a done game. I mean, every time we cover control versus something, when the control reaches that point, it's basically okay. It's game over. Let's move forward. Let's see, so let's see right now, and uh, can the Zand Warriors do anything to win at this point?
no.
No, there's absolutely no way that.
I don't think there's any deck that can do anything at this point to win.
Yeah.
6.
Not if your opponent like, but you cannot make a mistake with Etherlink. I mean, come on.
Yes.
It's actually,
But he could play the what's that? Oh, divination. Okay, do 2 cards.
do the cards, yeah. Okay. So right now, okay, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, it's over. Now Skyland
And I believe some of the other matches are now over. If you want to check the standings, you can head to our website, razorsedgegaming.gr, and you can find all the standings perks of each and every round of the event there. Okay, so right now the round. This match should be about done, and I mean it's really a shame because you want to describe interactive and matchups where something happens, and this is definitely.
We will never feature much again in control tech.
And I was really hard pressed to feature the first control player ever. And it's like, okay, so let's see. He passed the turn. Etherlink comes crashing down.
Unblockable. attack,
Okay, yeah.
hero's downfall,
Counter your hero's downfall. Because why
negate
not?
your hero's downfall,
This all negate your hero's downfall. Yeah, I didn't see
downfall.
the negate. Yeah, and that's good game. So Tzorbatzidis build wins 2-1 against
2-1, 2-0.
2-0. No, 2-0. Yeah, of course. 2-0 against